One of the biggest problems that people seem to have that are vegan animal rights people, particularly Christian vegan animal rights people, is finding a church. Because most churches and most pastors bypass that important aspect of living in God's heavenly will. And remember, and we've talked about this a lot of times, God's heavenly will is that there's no pain or suffering or death, just like it was in Eden. He created Eden in accordance with his heavenly will. And for some reason, people are not satisfied with living in his heavenly will. And the whole Bible is written about that. And we have the problem today of not finding enough people in the church leaders, that we find them leading the people in that compassionate, empathetic way. And that's the problem. I was at a church recently that is what they said is vegan friendly. I said, okay. But when I had a meal with them, they probably had, over 20 dishes with animal products in it. And the only two things that weren't animal products were there were some cut up pineapple squares and pieces of watermelon. Everything else had an animal product. And it made Heidi and I feel very uncomfortable, because it wasn't what the pastor said it was. And that's the problem that most people have. And what do I tell people? You can't find a church with a vegan pastor. Hopefully you can find vegan pastors without a vegan church. Or you find people that are of like mind. And sometimes that's hard. And a lot of our ministry is devoted to unchurched people who are looking for a church. And they pretty much rely on our ministry. But that's not what we're here to do. We're here to get people back into the churches, and the problem is we can't find enough places. And this is a common problem. I have the same problem. And that's one of the things that I was trying to teach in the churches that some of the hierarchy in the church didn't like, because they wanted to eat their pound of flesh. And what I was saying was counter to their way of living. I even have a piece on here about pastors that consider fishing, even a bishop considers fishing a sacrament. That's crazy. It's not. We're killing. Jesus pulled people away from that. We need to come together as vegan Christians ourselves in small home churches, whatever it is, until we find the church that is a real church that's out there, that is truly compassionate and empathetic. Amen.